A new documentary gives us a frightening look into the radical world of Islam and their obsession with conquering you, the West. The director joins us next. You're watching Fox and Friends Weekend, the best morning show in America.
A Kafir goes into a Muslim country and he's walking by, he's like a cowboy and anybody could take him. That is the Islamic rule, and this is the opinion of the fuqaha. It's not my opinion. If you read the books of jihad, you'll see. Kafir is walking by. He went inside. You catch him. What are you doing here? Then he's a boot. You can sell him the market. If Muslims cannot take them to and sell them in the market, then you just kill them. It's okay.
Just kill them, it's okay. There's a look at the new documentary, Obsession, Radical Islam's War Against the West. It gives a scary look inside the extremist world.
Wayne Copping is the writer and director of the film. He joins us here in studio. Wayne, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
How did you get access to some of these homemade videos and movies?
You know, fortunately, there are a lot of people that are collecting this secret footage, and they've made it available to us. And the majority of the film, though, is made up of hate speech and incitement that is broadcast on Arab television across the Middle East and in Iran. And there are organizations that just pull stuff off those TV stations, hours and hours of hate and invective hatred, and then they translate it and make it available for us in the West. It's just surprising to us that so few people know about it. And so what we've done in the film is just bring it all together in, in an hour and a half and just tell people, this is what's going on in the radical Islamic world.
Why do you think people have turned a blind eye? Do many not want to admit that such evil that's ingrained exists?
That is the million-dollar question. To this day, I have news producers and I have TV talk show hosts and radio talk show hosts telling us that they haven't seen this footage. They just aren't aware of it. So in a way, we feel like we're kind of breaking the story. And the question is, now that we're starting to know about it, do we in the West have the resolve to run with the ball and to expose it?
Well, they're going to see it now. And one of the things that I found disturbing when I watched it, I saw children talking about death to Israel, death to America, death to the Westerns. And then the other thing that I found very vexing was the fact that some of the moderates of Islam, people that we assume are moderate, are actually perpetrating, because behind closed doors, they're actually calling for jihad against the United States and other Western countries.
This whole issue makes things very, very difficult. To speak to your first point, children in the Arab world and in the Middle East are fed, they're breastfed on a diet of hatred of the West. And not only that, the entire culture is permeated with it. So that is supported by those spokespeople who, in English, to people like you and I, and on TV news networks in the West, they will speak in voices of moderation. But the question is, what are they saying in their own language, on their own TV stations, to their own people? That's when you really hear what they think, and they call for jihad, as you pointed out.
And Wayne, what impact do you think today's verdict against Saddam Hussein and the death penalty being found in that trial, what do you think that will have in the Middle East?
I think this today is an historic day that's going to have huge repercussions. For the first time, a leader in the Middle East is held accountable for his actions. And the rest of the dictators throughout the Middle East are going to be worried. Hey, maybe I'm going to be held accountable too. And so what I predict is that they're not going to start calling for transparency in their government. What they're going to do is they're going to ramp up their anti-Western rhetoric, because they have to tell their people, it's not me, it's not my fault that you guys are living in poverty. You know who it is? It's the West. They want to destroy you. They want to take away your children and steal your oil, and they want to destroy Islam. They can't turn the spotlight on themselves. So. But
is it really the U.S.'s fight? Can we fight Wahhabism, or does it need to be mainstream Muslims?
It's all of our fights. A line is going to be drawn in the sand very, very soon, where we're all going to have to take a stand. The moderate Muslims who are living in the West and that are living in the Middle East have to stand up, and they have to say, not in my name and not in the name of my religion. And those of us in the West have to support them. We have to give them the voice and the microphone. And it's up to all of us to decide where on this line we stand.
Wayne Copping, thank you. You can see clips, by the way, of this documentary today at 4 p.m. Right here on the Fox News channel. Edie Hill hosts the special Obsession, the Threat of Radical Islam.
That's right, and you can look for the entire documentary to play out. It's being released nationwide in January. The website, obsessionthemovie.com. Wayne Copping, fascinating insight. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.